After getting ready for the day, I started my morning with making a matcha and doing some journaling at my desk. I definitely like to take my mornings very slow and peaceful, just doing some things that help to gently ease me into the day. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I just made my matcha for the morning. I thought for this week's video I could do a little vlog. I'm going to show you what a little day in my studio looks like. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Lucy. I'm a college student and artist. I make videos about journaling and painting, art, hobbies, books, and I also have an art business as well. And right now I'm kind of working on 2 projects for the shop that I kind of have a lot of work to do for still. I also did just get back from a trip on Sunday, and so I feel like I'm still kind of readjusting. It wasn't a particularly long trip or anything like that, or very far away, but I feel like it just brought up a lot of emotions, and I've just kind of been processing that and also trying to settle a little bit more into a bit of like a summertime routine. I usually will start my day at my desk, and this is honestly one of my favorite parts of the day. I just like to sit here with my matcha, update my journal, plan out my day, look through emails, that kind of thing. It's just a way to kind of reset and get an idea of what the day is going to look like. I have been using my new journal, which if you want to see how I set this up, you can check out my last video. I actually thought that I wasn't going to use this journal or start using it until June, but I have been loving using it so far. I'm really excited to kind of continue sharing with you my thoughts about using a traveler size notebook, since this is a lot smaller than what I've been using for the past several years. But I have to say I've absolutely been loving it. There's something really nice about a smaller journal in general. It feels nicer to bring around to different places, but it also feels like I can just kind of have the most simple, essential information on a page, and it just makes it a lot more organized in a way. So I made this little weekly spread for this week, and I really love this layout. I think it's going to work really nicely for me. So anyway, I think I'm just going to sit here and update my journal a little bit, finish up my matcha, and then I think I'm going to go on a little walk actually, because it's a really beautiful day today. Also, I have to tell you, this morning, the most magical thing happened. My mom spotted a little baby deer, a little fawn, in her front garden, and it was just like the cutest magical thing to wake up to. I think I did get a little clip of it, but I just had to tell you that because it was so cute and it was so magical. But overall, it's just a really beautiful day. I'm excited to bring you along. I hope you enjoy. We'll definitely also do, like, besides the painting, I'll give you a little reading update because I'm reading 2 books right now and I'm really enjoying both of them, so I'll talk to you about that. Everything has been so green lately, so when the weather's nice, I've been trying to get out and explore more parks and different trails. Ever since moving to Austin, I feel like I have fallen even more in love with the outdoors, and lately I've just been feeling really, really grateful to live here. I just made some lunch, and it's actually a really beautiful day today, which I don't really take for granted anymore because yesterday it was pretty hot out. So I definitely do want to go out at some point later, maybe go to the park, or I don't know, I've also been wanting to go to the art museum, the library, but for now I'm just going to have my lunch. I might read my book a little bit while I do that, and then I'm going to get started on painting since that is the main thing that I need to do today. I'm working on this painting here, and I feel like I'm definitely in the final stretch of it. I think I just need some more touches. I really just need to figure out the water. That's kind of what I've been struggling with, but I think I can definitely finish this one today. So I'll probably put on the Great British Baking Show while I work on this. I started watching it on the plane on the way back from our little trip, and I've been hooked ever since. I already loved the show and I watch it every year when it comes out, but I started rewatching, I think it's season 12 maybe, which I think is my favorite season. Something about that cast was just so good, and it's just one of those shows that makes me feel really, really good. And lately I've just been trying to pay more attention to the media that just makes me feel really good, and I kind of want to make like a little journal spread of like TV shows, movies, music, and YouTubers as well. Just media that makes me feel really good. And something about the Great British Baking Show, it just makes me feel really happy and peaceful, and I love that. So I've been really enjoying watching that. I've been pretty much like binging it over the past few days. Also, I am currently reading The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, and as you saw, I was listening to my audiobook of Days of... what's it called? Days of Blood and Starlight? Anyway, I'm gonna eat some lunch, get started on this painting, and I guess I'll check in with you a little bit later. After lunch, I put on the Great British Baking Show and started working on my painting. Today ended up being a pretty heavy painting day, which is definitely not the case all the time. Some days I'm working more on the website, packaging an order, planning, sketching, working on stickers. I think the days that I spent working on paintings are definitely my favorite though. Alright, it is a couple hours later and I have just been sitting here and working on this painting. My painting process is not the most efficient. I pretty much just go over things and tweak things until I like how they look, and that can usually take a pretty long time. So it doesn't look very different from when I first started, but I finally kind of figured out the water, which I was struggling with a little bit because I've never really painted like a sunset reflection on water before. But I finally got a nice base coat for the water. I'm going to go in and add lots of details with like the little ripples and that sort of thing. And overall, I really like how it's turning out. I definitely think I'll be able to finish it today. I love how colorful this piece is. This is going to be a very colorful collection that I'm working on. I don't think I mentioned that, but this painting, as well as the other one that I'm currently working on, is going to be part of my upcoming Sunset Castle collection, which I'm very excited about. It's going to feature different prints and a new sticker sheet and a new sticker. Very, very excited about that, and hopefully I'll be able to release that by the end of May. But anyway, I think that I'm going to take a break. I definitely need a little break from just sitting here and painting. It's still a beautiful day, so I think I do want to go somewhere, maybe read somewhere, maybe bring my journal. I guess we'll just kind of see what the rest of the day brings. Overall though, it's just been a really nice day. In the afternoon, I packed my bag and headed out to go explore a new library branch that I'd never been to before. This was actually such a cool library. It was a bit of like a 1950s vintage style, but I think it had recently been remodeled. They had a really great selection. I will definitely have to come back here the next time I'm in search for a new read. I wandered around for a bit and then just sat and journaled and read my book, and it was really nice. rest of the day, I just continued working on this painting. I actually ended up staying up a little bit late to finish it. These clips are sped up 15 times the actual speed that it took me to paint. For me, painting is such a slow process, but really satisfying and enjoyable. I feel like it really encourages me to stick with something. Oftentimes, I feel quite stuck in majority of the paintings that I do, and I think there's a lesson to be learned there in sticking through things when they're a little bit difficult or when the end goal is a little bit hard to see. While I'm showing you these clips, which I think are very satisfying to watch, I did want to give you a final little reading update. So I've been reading The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, and I've really been loving it. I'm a very big R.F. Kuang fan, but this is the only series that I haven't yet read of hers, and I'm just loving it so much. It's really fascinating, really dark at times, but so interesting, and I find that when I read it, I can't put it down. As you saw earlier, I've also been listening to the audiobook of Days of Blood and Starlight, which I just started, but I'm really enjoying it. I love Laini Taylor. I love how magical her worlds feel and how clever the plots are, so it's been really enjoyable listening to this. I have been especially loving a good audiobook walk recently. It's just one of the best combinations in my opinion. That does bring me to the end of this video, so I really hope you enjoyed a little bit of a shorter one, but I had a lot of fun sharing with you my day, which really did end up just being me painting for most of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video very soon.